if you've spent any amount of time on my channel, you will know that one of my favorite readathons ever is the WitchAthon, which holds every 4 months. Is it 4 months or 3 months? Every 3 months. It's hosted by the amazing Rhiannon of Crescent Moon Reads, and her prompts are always magical. The group book she always chooses is always fantastic. I always have a ball and I always have a blast. The only problem is that every single WitchAthon I've participated in since, I started participating in it in October last year. Every single WitchAthon I've participated in so far, I have never ever been able to complete all the challenges in a week. So I am sincerely hoping that Ostara is different. Hello everybody, Nora back again. Like I said, I am a huge fan of Rhiannon's WitchAthons. Like, they're in a class of their own. They're just absolutely fantastic. So the very first challenge says Ostara is the season of rebirth and new life. Pick a book in a genre you don't normally read. And for me, I would go with horror, because horror is a genre I don't normally read. Until recently, you would not catch me dead watching a horror movie or reading a horror book, because your girl is a wimp. Like, Younger me was so terrified, but now I think I'm slowly getting like into horror. It's still not a genre I would go to. Like, if you check my shelves, I doubt if you see any horror books. So I chose horror for that genre, and I'll be going with The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. Now, I have not watched the TV show because I was waiting to read the book, and I figured this is a good time as any to read the book. I do not know what this is about. Of course, I'm going to assume that it is a haunted house because the title does say The Haunting of Hill House. I think more than thrillers, horror seems to be a genre I want to go in blind with having zero knowledge of what is happening. I just want to be shocked and surprised and horrified, the same with the characters are. So I have no idea what that book is about. I do know that it's going to be a haunted house, and I'm getting that some people are gonna die. Yeah, give Noriel the award. She's figured out the entire synopsis of the entire book. Yeah, whatever. The second prompt says flowers are a symbol of spring. Read a book that has flowers on the cover. And for that prompt, I'll be going with A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmer, which you can see their leaves, which are technically flowering parts of plants, on the cover. So I'm looking forward to reading this. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling that I know a lot of people have enjoyed and really loved, and I can't wait to read it. I do also know that there is there's a cerebral the female protagonist, the Beauty in this case, has cerebral palsy, and she's so tired of everybody else trying to protect her. She wants to save the day, and she apparently gets the chance to do so, and I cannot wait to read this book. The third prompt says Ostara begins to bring in a season of fertility. Choose a romance book, which dun da da da, my Beauty and the Beast retelling, of course. So I do think that The Curse So Dark and Lonely fits this prompt to a T. It does have romance elements, and I want to read this, y'all. I want to read this. The next prompt says warm weather is coming back around. Choose a book that is set in a warm climate. And for me, I will be going with Of Women and Frogs by Bisia Jakpon. Now, this book is set in Ghana, which is as warm as they come. Like, it's West Africa. We have warm climate. Warm climate is a thing we have in excess. So it's basically all about Essie, who is half Nigerian, half Ghanaian, very feisty. She's young, she's a teenager with questions, and she does believe that the adults are holding back on the answers they're giving her, especially in questions with regards to sex, which are the questions she's asking, and religion. And she's also upset because the society that she lives in prides her brother over her. Her brother is allowed to do whatever he wants, and she has so much restrictions placed on her just because she's a girl, and she resents that, and she act against it. And you know, I love this story because this is a teenage girl in a time where other teenage girl would have demurred and followed what, you know, society wants. She kicks against it. She is as rebellious as they come, and I cannot wait to read it. The next prompt says the weather is getting friendlier. Pick a nice spot outside and read a book there. And I have so many books to choose from. I would definitely be reading at work. Probably we do have like this shady backyard thing. I would probably do a vlog. I've not done a vlog in forever, but I'll probably do a vlog so you can see what I'm talking about in my office, where it's really, really cool. So yes, I'm looking forward to doing that. The next prompt says nature's energy is picking up. Pick an action-packed book. And for me, I will be going with Ship of Smoke and Steel by Django Wexler. First, she has a badass pose, which I approve. I don't know, it's pretty similar to the pose that Selena has in Throne of Glass, but I don't mind. Basically, our lead protagonist discovers that she has magic, and unfortunately hers is a country where the users of magic are pretty restricted, and as such the emperor believes that she's broken the law, and as a punishment has her go after some ship that is hidden and basically, I don't know, maybe a part of like mythos / fairy tale. Like nobody believes the ship exists, but this ship exists, and she has to go on board and she has to fight her way through. And it sounds like it's going to be a bloody read filled with a lot of fight scenes, and I'm looking forward to it. And finally, the last challenge, read the group book pick for this round, and that is When the Moon Was Ours by Anna Marie McLemore. Now, I don't really know that much about the book. I do know that there is a girl with flowers growing out of her wrist and a boy with a lot of secrets, and although everybody fears them, they fear this 4 group of girls that are considered witches. And when the group of girls decide that the flowers growing on the girls' arms will be able to get anybody to fall in love with them, they decide to go after the boy's secrets in order to force their hand so that, you know, the two can give them the flowers growing from the girl's wrist. Like, it just sounds like it's fantastical, and it's my type of book, and I cannot wait to read it. Plus, like I said, Rhiannon has excellent book recommendations, like excellent taste in books. I have no doubt that just like all the other books she's listed for us, just like the group book she chose for Sawain, which was The Girl Who Drank the Moon, which made one of my best books of 2018 list. Like, that book is fantastic. To The Bear and the Nightingale, which Vasya, I cannot wait for the rest of the book. Like, and now this, When the Moon Was, I was like, Rhiannon has excellent taste. I totally and completely just trust her judgment, and I cannot wait to read the books. And yeah, so those are the books I'm reading for my WitchAthon. Let me know if you intend to participate in WitchAthon, and let me know if any of these books I listed are books you're also considering reading for WitchAthon or sometime this month. If you like this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to. I make new videos every Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I will see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye.